Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to a brand new Fallout 76 video. So, last week we were just discussing the fact that Bethesda had yet to announce the date for the start of Season 20 and the arrival of the Ghoul update. And as if by magic, we now have a date for that. So, yeah, I think it's fair to say that Bethesda have managed to pick the one Tuesday in the month that I don't think any of us would have picked as being the most likely one. Yeah, out of all of them, that's the one I wouldn't have gone for. So it does have a couple of implications, and we'll dive in and have a look at what they've got to say about it in their Inside the Vault blog post. So let's have a gander. So the Season 20, will be called Glow of the Ghoul, and the update we now know will be called The Ghoul Within, just to, really keep things simple. But the date for it, which I'm sure you all want to know, is Tuesday, March the 18th. So that is 2 weeks today. And yeah, a little bit further out than expected. So initial speculation was all over the place, to be honest, because of course it was, but was kind of coming down in the direction of next Tuesday, which would have been the 11th, because on the now out of date community calendar for Season 19, there was the Big Bloom event listed for next Tuesday, or due to start next Tuesday. So that's the one that's currently in testing on the PTS at the moment. It's a decent seasonal event, and doable solo if you happen to prefer to do that, although you need some damage output. Got a video on it if you want to check it out. I'll link that somewhere around. But yeah, obviously with the update not being out by then, it won't be this month. It's actually going to be in May, I believe, but we'll take a quick scan at the community calendar in a second. Yes, but 18th of March will be the date. So, Season 20, Glow of the Ghoul, starts March 18th, timed perfectly to arrive with the Ghoul Within, Fallout's next major update, which is bringing the Vault Dweller ghouls to the Wasteland. Glow of the Ghoul is all about the ghouls. This theme is for the mutated, the irradiated, the glowing, and the feral of the Wasteland. Even if you're not going the way of the ghoul, be sure to decorate your camp in its most radiation-ridden and dilapidated way to make your ghoul friends feel at home. Toxic waste looks good in any camp. Not sure I'm going to agree with that particular statement, but anyway. There is a trailer here if you want to take a look at that. It's also on Bethesda's YouTube channel, so that's cool. I will, of course, link this article down below if you want to check it out, by the way. What's coming with Glow of the Ghoul? So, here's the season calendar. We'll have a look at that in just a moment, the community calendar. There's, some new stuff and some returning stuff, as we'd expect. Ghoulish rewards. So here's a quick glimpse at some of the stuff that will be in the Season 20 pages, available when you complete challenges and so on and so forth, part of the season. There's not really a good way of expressing this now we don't say scoreboard, is there? But anyway, some good stuff here. When we actually get the full list, I'll go through that as well, but we'll have to wait for Bethesda to drop that one, which hopefully will be none too far away. But so far, Ghoulish rewards. On March 18th, when both Season 20 and the Ghoul Within are live, you'll be able to turn into a ghoul. But wait. There is more than just looking irradiated to being a ghoul. You'll also want to remodel your camp and give it a gooey, radiation-y vibe that every Wasteland Palace deserves. If you are going ghoul, you definitely want to at least include some radioactive things in your camp so you can top your radiation level up, because you'll have a use for that. The unfortunate end, a decorative rancid nuclear waste tank. That's quite fun, actually. Vaguely Halloween-y, which kind of lines up with Fallout anyway, and yeah, lines up with the ghoul thing. It's quite cool. A mini nuke Stein. Yep, that tracks. I don't like the lid on that. I imagine it'd be heavy, though, to latch that lid. Anyway, it's pretty cool. It's supposed to be a novelty, not really a practicality, is it? Goo Tub. If Hot Tub wasn't enough, then you'll be positively glowing when you come out of that thing. Invite your friends and family to bathe in the wondrous ultrasight glow of the Goo Tub. You'll probably survive a dip if you're a ghoul, or wearing your yellow Vault-Tec hazmat suit. Warning, hazmat suits will not protect you from radiation. So here's the question. Normally, they absolutely do protect you from radiation. Not completely, but they give you significant rad resistance. If that's not the case here, is this just a joke, or is that because they're adding hazmat suits as an outfit rather than a suit of armor? Which I hope is actually the case here. Obviously, that would mean it would be non-functional, but you can run around in a hazmat suit and still have the benefits of your armor if you want to do that. I did see somebody running around in a hazmat suit the other day, at eviction notice. Yes, it was at eviction notice, and that had me scratching my head because I thought, well, on the one hand, good for avoiding radiation if that comes up, but on the other hand, lots and lots and lots of super mutants. Surely you'd like armor for that. I don't know. Maybe they were a berserker build, or maybe this is in fact just an outfit. There's also the Sharpshooter Power Armor paint for those who want to blend in with the wasteland and take out enemies from afar. Now, I have several points. Firstly, if I wanted to be a sneaky sharpshooter, I wouldn't be wearing power armor. The two kind of go against each other. Also, yeah, that does look like it's snowy, so probably inside Vault, what's it, 60 whatever it was? 63, I think? Also, yeah, it's a winterized camo suit. I'm wondering if there might be a couple of different ones, or maybe they've used perhaps the wrong paint there. I guess we'll find out. It's an interesting looking suit, but not exactly camouflaged most of the time. It stands out quite a bit. By the way, if you don't have current Fallout First membership, you can always get a Season Pass for access to Fallout First rewards, which are the extra Fallout First exclusives on the season pages. And there's a guide to becoming a ghoul in a welcome video by Tonic, linked here if you want to check that out as well. It'll be over on YouTube, I'm sure. And as a reminder, yep, March 18th for this. So, of course, that means March 18th is also the date when Season 19 will be ending. And, yeah, make sure you've got all the rewards you want from the pages by then, because if you miss it, you won't get a shot again. Well, you might. You'll be able to pick some up from the Atomic Shop in about a year. But, yeah, that does beg the question as to whether or not some of the cool stuff that was on the scoreboard this time last year is going to start appearing in the Atomic Shop soon, because I know there are a few things that people missed out on that they want. So, if you're kind of in that particular situation, you might want to keep an eye on that. Anyway, shall we have a quick look at the community calendar? We shall. Here it is. I quite like the artwork. I mean, I always like the artwork they do. It's been good for years. It's really cool. But there's some good stuff here. So, the big thing to talk about first up is that right in here, which would have been on the 11th, was where the Big Bloom event previously was scheduled to appear. Obviously, the update won't be out by then, so no Big Bloom event. And as such, the update notwithstanding, most of what's on here for March is not particularly exciting. We've got caps aplenty the following weekend. Extra caps from vendors, but okay. If you want that, great. If not, it's not particularly exciting. Double score on March 20th, so that's actually going to get you a rapid head start on Season 20. Which is probably not a terrible thing, really, because technically speaking, the start of this is a couple of weeks later than we would have expected it to be. So that does mean that the start of Season 21 might possibly come on just that little bit faster, so you might want to take advantage of this. Obviously, Season 21 and the subsequent post-school update will be in June, early June, so there'll be a lot happening around about then. We're finding out lots of stuff about lots of things, I'm sure. But, yeah, you might want to get a little head start just to make sure you don't get caught out on that, especially if you're like me and you take your time with the seasons. And the other stuff's not very exciting. Ghoul photo mode contest at the end of the month as well. Potentially fun. So, Mothman Equinox is back in April. Somebody was asking me about this the other week. Double score in early April again, so another one. Okay, double mutations, treasure hunters as well. That's cool. There's some good rewards in that event if you want to chase them down for it, or craft for it, either or. But you'll need plenty of caps if you're going to do that. Mothman Equinox will be back on April the 8th. Probably lines up with the Equinox, I guess. Don't know off the top of my head, but it would track, wouldn't it? Gold Rush Double XP on April 17th. That's cool. Legendary Sale, so presumably down at Purveyor Murmurs at the Rusty Pick. An Appalachian Outlaws Challenge event. Oh, that could be interesting. So that's another one where it's alongside the season challenges, the daily and weekly challenges. You do extra challenges as part of a mini event thing. And that'll be at the end of April and into May. We'll find out more about that nearer the time, but that might be fun. So, the Big Bloom disappeared from March, but is now appearing at the beginning of May, or end of April rather. April 29th, and running for 2 weeks from the look of that. So yeah, we'll be able to dive into that at the end of April, which will probably be in the spring by then. In fact, by the time it ends, it basically will be summer in England. So, caps aplenty alongside that, which is what it is. Script surplus, which is opportunity to get extra script. Good if you want to chase down legendaries and pack out your build a bit more, which you might be wanting to do off the back of the Ghoul update. So, might be helpful. Mutated public events. Double score again in May, so we should be able to absolutely cruise through this season if we need to. But there are a couple of weeks potentially shortened on Season 20, so not such a bad thing. And Invaders from Beyond, the aliens will be back at May 20th, even through till June the 3rd. And the next update and Season 21, as we mentioned, is due early in June, probably the first Tuesday. double score is lined up right at the end of May there, which suggests they are expecting the first Tuesday, which is probably going to be June the 3rd. I'll check that for you, actually, while I'm here. Yes, it is. It's June the 3rd. I thought it might be. So yeah, in all likelihood, that's when we'll get Season 21. Obviously, I just said the same sort of thing about this one, so, you know, subject to change, and we don't even know what that update's going to be about yet, so keep it here and I'll let you know when we find out. But in the meantime, obviously we've got a few stuff lined up for June, but to be honest, I wouldn't bother going through that. That's going to be changing when the next calendar arrives anyway, just as March did this time. So, there we have it. The Ghoul will be arriving on March 18th, and the Season 19 will end, and Season 20th will start on the same day. That's 2 weeks today. Yeah, looking forward to this. So we've got a last bit of time to make a rush towards the end of the current season. There's a couple of things I haven't got the score to pick up, so I will probably take advantage of that. Is there any double score this side? No, there isn't, so we'll just get a head start on the next season with that. But yes, bear that in mind, the next season will probably be just a little bit shorter this time around. So, there we go. You guys going to be turning into a ghoul? I know I'm going to be giving it a go. I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping it'll be a nice sort of refreshing change of pace for the game as well. Especially if you're in the same boat I am and you've been playing since beta back in 2018. A little bit of a change like this could be really, really welcome, hopefully. And I've got some ideas for it, so that should be fun. Do hope you'll be joining us for that one. Let me know what you're thinking. Yeah. Keep it here if you want to see what the next news is and updates, and of course patch notes and stuff like that when we actually get the update in a couple of weeks. And of course season rewards, I'll go through all of those when Bethesda release them as well. So yeah, likes, notification bell, subs, all that good stuff if you'd like to. Social media links in the description if you want to check those out as well. I do very much appreciate. Join us for live streams, of course. We're playing to 76. We're playing Avowed at the minute as well. Having a great time with that. It's been really, really good fun. And we have so much stuff lined up for the rest of the spring, and summer and the second half of the year is a bit more open-ended, but there should be some good stuff there as well. I've got some things in the back pocket ready to go. So that should be cool. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.